Have you ever wondered why some people achieve their goals while others struggle? The secret is not talent, luck, or intelligence. It is consistency. Success is not about doing something once in a while. It's about taking small steps every single day. Whether you want to learn English, get fit, or improve any skill, consistency is the key that opens the door to success. Imagine two people learning English. One studies for 10 minutes every day, while the other studies for 5 hours, but only once a month. Who will improve faster? The answer is clear: the person who practices daily. Small efforts, repeated over time, bring the biggest results. In this video, we will explore why consistency is so powerful, the challenges people face, and the best strategies to stay consistent. By the end, you will have a clear plan to use consistency in your life and see amazing results. Let's begin. What is consistency? Consistency means doing something regularly, without giving up. It is the habit of repeating actions over time. Instead of doing something once in a while, consistency means showing up every day or every week to keep making progress. It is like taking small steps toward a big goal. Imagine you want to become stronger. If you exercise every day, even for just 10 minutes, you will see results over time. But if you exercise only once a month, your body won't get stronger. The same idea applies to learning, work, health, and almost everything in life. How small, repeated actions lead to big results? Success is not about doing something big all at once. Instead, it comes from doing small things again and again. When you repeat an action over and over, it becomes a habit. These small actions build up over time and lead to big changes. Think of it like planting a seed. If you water the seed every day, it will grow into a strong tree. But if you water it only once in a while, it may never grow. Consistency works the same way in everything you do. The small steps you take today will turn into big results in the future. Example: learning English with consistency. Let's take the example of two people who want to learn English. Person A practices speaking for 10 minutes every day. They listen to English, repeat sentences, and try to think in English. Even though 10 minutes seems like a short time, after 1 month, they will have practiced for 300 minutes, 5 hours. After a year, they will have practiced for 3,650 minutes, more than 60 hours. Over time, they will feel more confident, speak more fluently, and understand English better. Person B studies only once a month for 2 hours. Since they don't practice often, they forget what they learned. Each time they study, they feel like they are starting from the beginning again. After 1 year, they will have studied for only 24 hours. Even though they spend 2 hours in one sitting, they don't make much progress because they are not consistent. Who will improve faster? Person A. Because they are consistent. Small daily practice is much more effective than studying a lot, but only once in a while. Why is consistency important? It builds habits. When you do something regularly, it becomes a natural part of your life. It brings steady progress. Even if the progress is slow, you are always moving forward. It increases confidence. The more you practice, the more comfortable and confident you become. It reduces stress. If you do something little by little, you won't feel overwhelmed. It leads to success. Most successful people are not the smartest or the fastest. They are the most consistent. How to stay consistent? Start small. Don't try to do too much at once. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day is enough. Make a routine. Set a fixed time for your practice. For example, practice English every morning. Track your progress. Keep a small notebook or use an app to track your daily progress. Stay motivated. Remind yourself why you started. Imagine how good you will feel when you improve. Be patient. Results take time. Trust the process and keep going. Consistency is the secret to success. No matter what goal you have, learning English, getting fit, or improving a skill, small, repeated actions will lead to big results. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day and doing your best. So, if you want to improve your English, or anything else, don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today, practice a little every day, and stay consistent. Over time, you will see amazing results. The science behind consistency. How are habits formed? Habits are actions that we do repeatedly until they become automatic. When we first start something new, our brain has to work hard to focus. But the more we repeat an action, the easier it becomes. This happens because of a process in our brain called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt. Inside our brain, there are billions of tiny connections called neurons. When we repeat an action, these neurons form pathways. The more we repeat the action, the stronger the pathway becomes, just like a trail in the forest that becomes clearer the more people walk on it. For example, when you first learn to ride a bicycle, it feels difficult. You have to think about balancing, pedaling, and steering all at the same time. But after practicing many times, your brain strengthens the connections, and riding a bike becomes automatic. The same thing happens when learning a language, playing a sport, or building any new habit. Repetition strengthens neural pathways. The brain works like a muscle. The more we use it in a certain way, the stronger it gets in that area. Each time we repeat an action, we are strengthening the neural pathways in our brain. This is why consistency is key. If we stop practicing, those pathways weaken, and we start to forget what we learned. Think of a dirt road. If cars drive on it every day, the road becomes smooth and clear. But if no one uses it for months, grass starts growing, and the road disappears. Our brain works the same way. The more we practice, the easier things become. The compound effect. Small daily improvements lead to big success. There is a powerful idea called the compound effect, which means that small daily improvements add up to huge success over time. Even tiny progress, when repeated every day, leads to amazing results in the long run. Imagine putting just $1 in a savings account every day. It doesn't seem like much at first, but after a year, you will have $365. After 10 years, you will have $3,650, and if you keep going, your money will grow even more. The same idea applies to learning. If you learn just one new word in English every day, after a year, you will know 365 new words. After 5 years, you will have learned 1,825 words, which is enough to have great conversations. Success doesn't happen overnight. It comes from small, daily actions that build over time. Real-life examples of consistency leading to success. Athletes. The best athletes in the world don't become champions overnight. They practice every single day, even when they don't feel like it. A basketball player who shoots 100 free throws every day will become much better than someone who only practices once a month. Successful entrepreneurs. Business leaders like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos didn't build their companies in one day. They worked on their ideas every day, improving little by little, learning from mistakes, and staying consistent for years. Language learners. Imagine two people learning English. Person A studies for 30 minutes every day, while Person B studies for 5 hours once a month. Even though Person B studies for a long time in one session, they forget most of what they learned because they don't practice often. But Person A, who studies every day, will improve much faster because of consistent repetition. Why most people struggle with consistency. Many people give up too soon because they don't see fast results. But consistency is like planting a tree. In the beginning, you don't see much happening. But if you keep watering it every day, it will slowly grow into a strong tree. The problem is that people stop watering their tree before it has a chance to grow. To stay consistent, remember, progress is slow at first, but it will add up over time. Don't focus on perfection. Focus on showing up every day. Even small actions count. The science behind consistency is simple. Repetition strengthens the brain, small actions create big results, and success comes from daily effort. Whether you want to learn a language, start a business, or become an athlete, the key is to keep going. You don't have to do something big every day, just do something. Over time, those small efforts will turn into something amazing. Common challenges and how to overcome them. Staying consistent is not always easy. Many people start with great energy, but over time, they face challenges that make them stop. The good news is that these challenges can be overcome with the right mindset and strategies. Here are some common obstacles and how to deal with them. 1. Lack of motivation. Why motivation is temporary, but discipline is long-term. Many people believe that motivation is the key to success. They wait until they feel excited before taking action. But the problem is that motivation doesn't last forever. Some days you feel inspired, but other days you don't feel like doing anything. That's why discipline is more important than motivation. Discipline means doing something even when you don't feel like it. Successful people don't wait for motivation. They build habits that keep them going no matter how they feel. How to overcome this challenge. Create a daily routine and stick to it, even on days when you're not motivated. Remind yourself why you started. Write down your goal and look at it every day. Take action first, even if you don't feel like it. Motivation often comes after you start. 2. Distractions and excuses. How to eliminate them and build a habit. One of the biggest challenges to consistency is distractions. Social media, TV, and other activities can take up your time, making it easy to say, "I'll do it later." But later often turns into never. Excuses are also a big problem. Some people say, "I don't have time," "I'm too tired," or "I'll start tomorrow." But the truth is, there will never be a perfect time. You just have to start. How to overcome this challenge. Remove distractions. If your phone distracts you, put it in another room while working. Make your environment support your habit. If you want to read more, keep a book near your bed. Plan ahead. Set a specific time for your activity every day. Treat it like an appointment. Use the 2-minute rule. If something feels hard, start with just 2 minutes. Often, you'll keep going once you begin. 3. Not seeing quick results. Why success is a slow process. Many people quit because they don't see results fast enough. But success takes time. When you plant a seed, you don't see the tree immediately. You have to keep watering it every day before it starts to grow. The same is true for learning a language, getting fit, or developing any skill. It may seem like nothing is changing, but small progress adds up. How to overcome this challenge? Focus on small wins. Instead of only looking at the big goal, celebrate little improvements. Track your progress. Keep a journal or use an app to see how far you've come. Be patient. Success is a long journey, not an overnight event. Simple tips to stay consistent. Set reminders. Use alarms or sticky notes to remind yourself to stay on track. Make small goals. Instead of saying, "I will learn English," say, "I will practice English for 10 minutes daily." Reward yourself. Give yourself a small reward after reaching milestones. This keeps you motivated. Find an accountability partner. Share your goal with a friend who can help keep you responsible. Take one day at a time. Don't think about the whole journey. Just focus on what you can do today. Staying consistent can be challenging, but it's not impossible. The key is to stop waiting for motivation, remove distractions, be patient with results, and build small daily habits. If you stay consistent, even in small ways, you will achieve your goals over time. Keep going. You're making progress, even if you don't see it yet. The 3-step formula to stay consistent. Staying consistent can feel difficult, but it becomes much easier when you have a simple strategy. Instead of trying to do everything at once, focus on a step-by-step approach. Here is a 3-step formula to help you stay consistent in anything you do. Step 1. Start small. Many people fail to stay consistent because they try to do too much at once. They set big goals, feel overwhelmed, and then give up. The secret to success is to start small. Instead of saying, "I will master English in a month," start with something tiny, like learning 5 new words a day. If you do this daily, you will learn 1,825 words in a year, which is enough to have great conversations. The key is to make the action so small that it feels easy. When something is easy, you are more likely to do it every day. Over time, these small actions will turn into big success. How to apply this? Want to exercise? Start with 5 minutes a day instead of an hour. Want to read more? Read 1 page a day instead of a whole book. Want to improve your English? Practice 1 short conversation daily instead of waiting for a perfect study session. The goal is not to do something big. The goal is to show up every day and build momentum. Step 2. Stay accountable. One reason people stop being consistent is that they don't track their progress. If you don't see how far you've come, it's easy to lose motivation. That's why staying accountable is important. There are different ways to stay accountable. Use a journal. Write down your daily progress. This helps you see improvements over time. Set a reminder. Use alarms or sticky notes to remind yourself to stay on track. Find a learning partner. Having someone to practice with keeps you motivated. When someone is expecting you to show up, you are less likely to skip a day. Use an app. Apps like Duolingo for language learning or habit trackers can help you stay consistent. If you track your progress, you will see even small improvements. And when you see progress, you feel motivated to continue. Step 3. Make it a habit. The best way to stay consistent is to turn your action into a habit. A habit is something you do automatically, without needing motivation or effort. For example, you don't need to remind yourself to brush your teeth. You just do it. That's the power of habits. To make something a habit, you need to do it at the same time every day. This helps your brain remember it. For example, if you want to practice English, do it right after breakfast or before bed. Attach it to something you already do. If you drink coffee every morning, practice English for 5 minutes while drinking coffee. Make it easy. If a habit is hard, you won't do it. Start small, as mentioned in step 1. At first, building a habit takes effort. But after a few weeks, it becomes natural, and you won't have to force yourself to do it anymore. The 3-step formula for consistency is simple. Start small so you don't feel overwhelmed. Stay accountable so you can track your progress and stay motivated. Make it a habit so it becomes a natural part of your day. If you follow these steps, staying consistent will become much easier. Remember, success comes from small daily actions, not big efforts once in a while. Start today, stay consistent, and you will achieve your goals. Now that you understand the power of consistency, it's time to take action. Start small, stay accountable, and turn your efforts into a daily habit. What's one small step you can take today toward your goal? Write it down and commit to it. Track your progress. Keep a journal, set reminders, or find a learning partner to stay motivated. Share your journey. Let us know in the comments what you're working on and how you plan to stay consistent. Remember, success is not about perfection. It's about showing up every day. Start today. Keep going. And watch yourself grow.